For centuries, the Bible has been the foundation of faith for millions. Yet it's faced relentless skepticism and doubt. What if I told you that buried beneath the sands of time are undeniable pieces of evidence that not only confirm the Bible's historical accuracy, but also silence some of its harshest critics? In this video, we're diving deep into the top 10 archaeological discoveries that prove the Bible is true. And trust me, you'll want to stick around for all 10 because each discovery is more astonishing than the last. Number 1, the Dead Sea Scrolls. Imagine finding a library of ancient texts that suddenly made critics fall silent. That's exactly what happened in 1947 when a Bedouin shepherd stumbled upon the Dead Sea Scrolls in a cave near Qumran. These scrolls include some of the oldest known copies of the Hebrew Bible, dating back over 2,000 years. Skeptics long argued that the Bible had been altered over time, but the Dead Sea Scrolls proved them wrong. Now, what's even more captivating? The Isaiah scroll, one of the most significant finds, is nearly identical to the text we have today, showing that the Bible was meticulously preserved across the centuries. And here's the twist. The scrolls contain every book of the Old Testament except for one. But what happens when an ancient stone slab confirms the existence of one of the Bible's most legendary kings? Which brings us to number 2, the Tell Danelle. Fast forward to 1993, an archaeologist unearthed the Tell Danelle, a stone inscription that would change everything. For years, critics claimed that King David was nothing more than a mythical figure. But this stele, dating back to the 9th century BC, bears the first extra-biblical reference to the house of David. Suddenly, the so-called myth became historical fact. Now, the discovery didn't just confirm David's existence. It also highlighted the fear and respect his dynasty commanded in the ancient world. Written by an Aramean king, the stele mentions both the king of Israel and the king of the house of David, validating the Bible's depiction of a divided monarchy. Now, if you thought that was good, let's move on to a stone that shook the very foundation of Roman history, the Pilate Stone. In 1961, a simple stone slab unearthed in Caesarea Maritima sent shockwaves through the scholarly community. For years, skeptics questioned the existence of Pontius Pilate, the Roman governor who ordered Jesus' crucifixion. Then the Pilate Stone was discovered, and all those doubts were shattered. This stone not only confirms Pilate's historical existence, but also his role as prefect of Judea under Emperor Tiberius. The fact that this was found repurposed in a staircase reminds us that history often hides in plain sight, waiting to be rediscovered. If you thought that was cool, what about a declaration from a Persian king that changed the course of Jewish history? Number 4, the Cyrus Cylinder. In 1879, the discovery of the Cyrus Cylinder in Babylon brought to life a momentous event in Jewish history. The decree of Cyrus the Great allowing the exiles to return to Jerusalem and rebuild the temple. Skeptics doubted the biblical account in the book of Ezra, but the cylinder's text aligned perfectly with it. Now, not only did this artifact validate the Bible's narrative, but it also highlighted Cyrus's policy of religious tolerance, often considered the first declaration of human rights. The cylinder, which is now over 2,500 years old, was a testament to a king who changed the course of history and proved the Bible's accuracy. But what about a tunnel built under siege that still stands today? Number 5, Hezekiahs Tunnel. Deep beneath the ancient city of Jerusalem lies a remarkable engineering feat, Hezekiahs Tunnel. Mentioned in the second book of Kings, chapter 20, verse 20, this tunnel was built by King Hezekiah to safeguard Jerusalem's water supply during an impending Assyrian siege. But for years, skeptics doubted its existence until it was rediscovered. The tunnel stretches over 1,750 square feet. The tunnel stretches over 1,750 feet through solid rock. And what's even more astonishing is how it is constructed. 2 teams of workers started from opposite ends and met perfectly in the middle, a feat that continues to baffle engineers today. Inside, an ancient inscription was found, confirming the tunnel's biblical origins and silencing the critics once and for all. Now, come with me. Let's travel to Moab, where a king's defiance against Israel was etched in stone. Number 6. The Moabite Stone, Mestel Stone. In 1868, the discovery of the Mestel Stone brought the Bible's stories of ancient conflicts into sharp focus. This stone, inscribed by King Mesha of Moab, details his rebellion against Israel, as described in the second book of Kings, chapter 3. For years, some considered the account exaggerated, but the stele confirmed every detail. The inscription even mentions the Israelite God Yahweh, offering external evidence of Israelite religion. Despite being shattered by Bedouins, the stone was painstakingly pieced back together, preserving this crucial link to biblical history. And here's the kicker. The text mentions King Omri of Israel, a key figure in the Bible, putting an end to the skepticism. But what happens when a simple pottery shard reveals the existence of Solomon's temple? In 1962, a humble pottery shard unearthed at Arad contained an inscription that would echo through the halls of history. This ostracon bore the phrase, House of Yahweh, believed to refer to Solomon's temple in Jerusalem. Critics who claimed the temple was a later invention were suddenly left speechless. Dating back to around 600 BC, just before the Babylonian destruction of the temple, this discovery is one of the oldest references to the temple itself. Found far from Jerusalem, it shows the temple's wide influence, proving that worship was centralized and the Bible's accounts were accurate all along. Now, picture this. A pool where a miracle occurred, hidden for nearly 2,000 years. Number 8, the Pool of Alom. In 2004, during routine sewage repairs, workers in Jerusalem stumbled upon an ancient pool, one that had been lost to history. This was none other than the Pool of Alom, where, according to John 9, verse 7, Jesus healed a blind man. For years, skeptics dismissed this as a mere legend, but the discovery changed everything. This pool is part of a water system built by Hezekiah, connecting it to other biblical figures and events. The steps leading down to the pool match the Gospel's description, leaving no room for doubt. This was indeed the place of miracles. But now, what about a city's walls that came tumbling down in a moment of biblical proportions? Number 9, the Jericho walls. Jericho, the city whose walls came tumbling down as described in Joshua chapter 6. For centuries, skeptics doubted the story, dismissing it as fable. But archaeological excavations revealed something extraordinary. The city's walls did collapse suddenly, just as the Bible describes. And here's what gets fascinating. The walls fell outward, not inward, allowing the Israelites to take the city. Archaeologists also found a layer of ash, indicating that the city was burned exactly as the Bible says. The timing of this destruction aligns with the biblical conquest of Canaan, leaving critics without rebuttal. And finally, let's uncover the cylinder that vindicated one of the Bible's most contested kings. Number 10, the Naonis Cylinder. You see, our journey ends with the discovery of a Naonis cylinder in 1854. Before this find, skeptics argued that Belshazzar, the Babylonian king mentioned in Daniel, never existed. But the cylinder revealed that he was not only real, but was the son of King Nabonidus and served as co-regent. For years, historians overlooked Belshazzar because he wasn't a primary ruler. But this artifact confirmed his position, aligning with the Bible's account. It even explains why Daniel refers to Belshazzar as king. He was indeed acting in that role while his father was away. Another skeptic argument thoroughly debunked. From scrolls hidden in desert caves to stones inscribed with the names of biblical kings, these discoveries not only confirm the Bible's historical accuracy, but also silence its critics. Each artifact is a testament to the truth buried beneath the sands, waiting to be uncovered. So, the next time someone questions the Bible, remember these 10 discoveries and the undeniable evidence they provide. If you found this video eye-opening, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more captivating explorations of history and faith. Until next time, Keep searching for the truth. It's out there waiting to be rediscovered.